Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depends on when you find yourself watching this video. My name is Kent. I'm with SDG Replays, and we're going to be continuing in my play from Digital Diamond Baseball, computer simulation game for the Major League Baseball season of 1979. I had started the season, but I was adding some ballpark images to Digital Diamond, and somehow the file got corrupted and it dropped the season I was playing. So I had to reload everything, and I got everything corrected, so everything is running fine now, but I had to simulate some of the season to get us kind of back to where we're at. And so in doing that, it really changed up my standings. So right now, currently after 17 games, we find the Pittsburgh Pirates at 9-8, puts them right about in the middle of the pack in their division. So we will look at the standings after this game. Today we find the Atlanta Braves coming in to Pittsburgh to play the Pirates. The Braves are currently at 4-16. On the mound for the Pirates is going to be Bert Blyleven. If you look, Blyleven is 1-1, but he has a 1.93 ERA, so he's pitching well. Just probably hasn't had much run support. So pitching well, 1.93 whip. I mean, a 1.39 whip, excuse me. But he's struck out 21 and he's walked 13. So that's our matchup for this morning. I am going to enter the dice rolls manually and use the ball roller to get the dice rolls. I'm just picky that way. I like to have a die roll that's independent of the game system itself. That's just the way I do it. So here we are in Pittsburgh as the visiting Atlanta Braves come in. Leading off for the Atlanta Braves is Jerry Royster. He's currently batting .254 with 3 home runs and 51 RBIs. So away we go. Stepping to the plate is Royster. And here's the dice roll. 260. Here's the pitch. It's lifted into center field, but Marino's right there to haul it in for out number 1. Coming to the plate now is Gary Matthews. And if you notice, there's no image for Matthews, and I'm believing because there's a Gary Matthews Jr. I'll probably have to go in and make some corrections where that image will come up. But Matthews is to the plate, batting .214 with a home run and 10 RBIs. And here is the pitch from Blyleven. 4.88. Towering fly to left, but Robinson just camps out underneath it for out number 2. A lot of leather on it, but Matthews is sat down, and that brings up Jeff Burroughs. Burroughs is batting .183 with 1 RBI and 71 plate appearances. Left fielder comes to the plate. And here is the pitch. 5.19, 5.19. So Blyleven wheels and deals, hit to Foley at short. It's a high chopper, but he grabs it easily in stride and fires it over to Stargell for out number 3, 3 up, 3 down. That'll bring the Pittsburgh Pirates up to the plate. Pitching for the Atlanta Braves is Phil Niekro, struggling mightily so far in the season. He's at 0-5 with a 5.79 ERA. He has struck out 30 and walked 13. That brings leadoff hitter Omar Marino to the plate, batting .323 with a home run and 7 RBIs. Here's a pitch from Niekro. 5-8-0. Marino waiting. Niekro delivers. It's a high fly ball into left field. Jeff Burrows settles underneath it, takes care of Marino for out number 1. And stepping to the plate will be Tim Foley. Foley batting .250 with a home run. With 4 RBIs. Here is the pitch. 7-0-2. Foley grounds one past Niekro, but Hubbard makes the play as he fires it over to first to Mike Lum, and that's out. Number 2. That brings up the dangerous Dave the Cobra Parker, batting .277 with 2 home runs and 11 RBIs. He awaits the pitch. And Niekro sets and deals. It's popped up on the infield. Everyone just looking at each other, but eventually Lum calls for it for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down. And we go to the top of the second. Scoreless here in Pittsburgh. So we go to the top of the second with our score scoreless as Dale Murphy comes to the plate. Murphy batting .253 with 3 home runs and 7 RBIs. So we have Murphy, Lum, and Bonnell coming up. Murphy is in there now. Here is the pitch. From Blyleven. He delivers. Ground ball to second. Stented up with it. Fires it over to Stargell for out number 1. That'll bring up Mike Lum. He's batting .178 with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. And the delivery from Blyleven is a 5-2-6. He steps out of the back end. Blyleven delivers. It's a slow roller to third base. Garner up with it. Fires it over to Stargell for out number 2. That's going to bring up Barry Bonnell, batting .246 with 2 home runs and 3 RBIs. And the delivery from Blyleven on the way. Hits it sharply to Foley at short. Fires it over to Stargell for out number 3. 3 up and 3 down. And we go to the bottom of the second. Still scoreless and hitless here in Pittsburgh. And coming to the plate for the Pirates, Willie Stargell, batting .209 with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. Here's the pitch from Niekro. Will he get him on the knuckler? Niekro ready, deals. He struck him out. Got him with the funky knuckleball as Stargell goes down swinging. That'll bring up Bill Robinson, who's batting .154 with a home run and 6 RBIs. And here is the pitch and the windup and the delivery. Robinson hits it hard to third. Roaster up with it. Throws it over to Lum for out number 2. And then I'll bring Phil Garner up to the plate. 2 away, bottom of the second. Garner steps in. He awaits the pitch. Niekro cranks, fires. He pops him up to second. Glenn Hubbard backpedals, makes the catch on the edge of the grass for out number 3. 3 up and 3 down. And we go to the third. Still scoreless here in Pittsburgh as Glenn Hubbard, Pepe Frias, and Niekro will come to the plate. Hubbard batting .194 with 3 RBIs. Blyleven set to deal. Here comes the pitch. It's a little bleeder right in front of Blyleven to his left. Pounces on it, fires it over to first to Stargell for out number 1. That's going to bring up Pepe Frias, who's batting .270 with 2 RBIs. Frias digs in. 1 down. And here is the pitch from Blyleven. He deals. It's an easy roller right in front of the plate. Odd up with it. He picks it up, turns, fires to first for out number 2. And that's going to bring up the pitcher Niekro, who's batting .077 with a bunch of zeros on his column. Here's the pitch from Blyleven. It's the highest number we've rolled yet, but not high enough for Niekro, as Niekro will take a hack at it. Hits it high and right, but not deep. And waiting on it is Dave Parker for out number 3. 3 up and 3 down. And we go to the bottom of the third. Scoreless still and hitless still in Pittsburgh. We have a pitcher's duel going on right now. It's coming to the plate this inning is Ott Stinnett and Blyleven. Ed Ott batting .324 with a home run and 4 RBIs. So can he continue his hot hitting as he comes to the plate? Here's the pitch from Niekro, and it looks like he will. .891 for Ed Ott. As Niekro turns, sets, delivers. It's a fastball, but it's hit into center field. It says he chunked it into center field for a base hit. And coming up to get it is Bonnell, and that's a single for Ott. So Ott is on. And we'll change a setting here. I want to be able to see his ratings. Where's that at? I want to see the base running possibilities. There we go. Since he has an 86% still rating, we're going to try to take the lead. Probably will not get it because it's 150 and under to be able to get that. So if it's under 153, he will get it. It is not. He will not get the lead. We just got to now hope he doesn't get picked off. Quick throw to first, and Ott dives back safe. And no, I don't think Ott will try that again. As Rennie Stinnett comes to the plate, batting .200 with 7 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Stinnett. 6-9-1. Kicks and deals. Fly ball, center field. Bonnell is right there to pull it in. And that's going to leave Ott on first, and that's going to bring Blyleven up. Ott leads off on first. Corners are in. They're expecting the bunt, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Try to lay down the bunt. His bunt percentage is 85%. So we'll roll the die, and it will be a successful bunt. That roll of 618. As Blyleven squares the bunt. And he gets it down just off the mound. Niekro has to come and get it. Throws it over to Lum to get Blyleven, but that will move Ott into scoring position with the leadoff hitter Omar Marino coming up. Marino 0 for 1 on the day. Let's see if he can make good use of the situation as the pitch comes from Niekro. It looks like he will not with the roll of 589, barring a error. This is Niekro sets and delivers. It's swung on, lifted into left field. Pretty deep, but Burrows makes the play on it for out number 3. So no runs, 1 hit, and a man left on. And we go to the 4th, still scoreless here in Pittsburgh. And Jerry Royster coming to the plate. 0 for 1 on the day. Royster, Matthews, and Burrows up for Atlanta. Royster steps up. And here's the pitch from Blyleven. 5-4-0. There's the pitch. Hit into left field. Robinson is able to run it down, and that takes care of Royster. And that'll bring up Gary Matthews. 0 for 1 on the day, as is everyone else. Now coming to the plate for the Atlanta Braves, Gary Matthews. 0 for 1 on the day, as Blyleven's ready to set and deal. As Royster goes back to the bench. 1 down, top of the 4th. And Matthews stepping to the plate. Roll of 617. Blyleven delivers it, swung on. Hard line drive right at Stargell, but he makes the play for out number 2. That's going to bring Jeff Burrows to the plate. Again, hitless on the day. Ready to face off against Blyleven. 2 down. And Blyleven set to deal. Roll of 1-4-2. Blyleven sets, deals. Burrows swings and misses. Strike 3. Blyleven sits him down with the fastball. That will take us to the bottom of the 4th. Here in Pittsburgh, still scoreless, as both pitchers are pitching well. That brings Tim Foley to the plate. And here's the pitch to Foley. 4-19. Niekro delivers. Foley hits it slowly to third. Royster charging up with it. Fires it over to Lum. That'll bring up Dave Parker. Again, hitless on the day is Parker. And here's the pitch from Niekro. 0-9-2. And he will get Parker. Will ring him up as Niekro sits. Fires. Swing and a miss as Niekro gets Parker on the curveball. The bender sitting down Dave Parker. That'll bring up Willie Pop Stargell. 0 for 1 on the day. 2 away. Bottom of the 4th. And here comes the pitch. 1-9-7. Stargell digs in. He waits. Niekro with the pitch, swing and a miss. Another curved ball. Sits down Stargell. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on for Pittsburgh as we've played 4, and the score is Atlanta 0, Pittsburgh 0. We go to the 5th and due up for Atlanta, Murphy, Lum, and Bunnell. As Niekro looks to deliver, Murphy steps in. He entered the game hitting .253 with 3 home runs and 7 RBIs. Here's the pitch from Blyleven, 0-8-2. Murphy gets the pitch. Blyleven delivers. Breaking ball for strike 3, and Murphy gave it that deer in the headlights look as it floated by, as the dialogue says here on the screen. Mike Lum comes up. Again, nobody has been able to figure out Blyleven so far in this game. Coming up is Lum, 0 for 1, top of the 5th, 1 out. And here is the pitch from Blyleven, 3-17. Toes the rubber, winds, delivers, and it's a half swing roller to Garner at third. He takes it and throws out Lum as Stargell squeezes it for out number 2. That's going to bring up Barry Bunnell, the center fielder, as Lum trots back to the dugout. 2 down here in the top of the 5th. Here is the pitch. Two down. I think we might have our first, low, ball 4. We got our first base runner on for Atlanta here in the top of the 5th. Glenn Hubbard coming up. Hubbard on the season batting .191 with 3 RBIs. Bono leads off first. And here is the pitch. Now it looks like Blyleven might be having some control issues. The roll of 7-0-8 as Hubbard steps in. Here's the pitch, and it's in the dirt, ball 4. So he's walked the last 2 batters to have runners on first and second, with Pepe Frias coming up. Bono goes to second. Hubbard on first. Frias at the plate. And here is the delivery. And it looks like Blyleven composed himself, as here's the pitch from Blyleven. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Slider by Blyleven gets past Frias, so no runs, no hits, and 2 left on. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. Our score scoreless here in Pittsburgh. That's going to bring up Bill Robinson to the plate. 0 for 1 on the day. Bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch to Robinson. 6-3-8. Niekro at the belt comes to the plate. Robinson hits a ground ball up the middle, but Hubbard is able to cut it off and throws out Robinson easily for out number 1, and that's going to bring Phil Garner to the plate here in the bottom of the 5th. And the delivery from Niekro, 1-9-1, as we are having a pitcher's duel here in Pittsburgh. Pitch is on the way. It's lifted into left field. Liner into left field. It's coming up to get it is Burrows. He has a beat on it, and he makes a fine running catch for out number 2. That's going to bring up Ed Ott. The only one that has had a hit so far today in this game is Ott, who's batting .342 with a home run and 4 RBIs. Ott steps up. Here's the delivery from Niekro. And it looks like he is going to continue his hot hitting with a roll of 8.64. Ott steps up. Here's the delivery. It's a fastball, but it's a soft line drive to the right side. Gets into right field, just over the infield. Matthews comes up and holds Ott to the single. Now that'll bring up Rennie Stennett, who entered the game batting .200 with 7 RBIs. Ott on first, 2 outs. Rennie Stennett at the plate. And the roll of 8.38 for Stennett. Can the Pittsburgh Pirates get something going here in the 5th? Stennett comes to the plate. Niekro kicks and deals. Hard ground ball through the hole on the left side. It's going to be a single for Stennett. And with only a 59% chance of an extra base, I'm going to hold Ott. As Ott makes it to second. Now Blyleven coming to the plate. 2 gone. Can Blyleven somehow get a hit? He's got to be above 8.55 to get a hit. But it could happen as he comes to the plate. Here's a pitch from Niekro. And it's a 9.55 from Blyleven. As Niekro offers up one to his counterpart. Pitch is on the way. Swung on, and that's right up the middle. Frias glides over, but it's going to get through. Bono cuts it off, and that's a base hit for Blyleven. Ott is trying for extra bases, and Ott comes in to score. So it's an RBI scoring single for Bert Blyleven. So the first one to really get something going here in the game is the pitcher Blyleven from the plate. That'll bring Omar Moreno back to the plate with 2 on and 2 outs. And Phil Niekro throws the rosin bag down in disgust. Can't believe he let an RBI come in from the pitcher Blyleven. Here is the pitch to Moreno. And it looks like Niekro is going to get filthy with it as he brings the pitch to Moreno. Winds, fires, strike 3 called as he nicked the corner. So 1 run comes across on 3 hits and 2 left on. And after 5, it's Pittsburgh 1, Atlanta nothing. We go to the 6th with Phil Niekro, Jerry Royster, and Gary Matthews coming to the plate. Niekro steps in. Blyleven tosses down the rosin bag and brings the delivery. And who is going to get the first hit for Atlanta? It's going to be Niekro as the pitch comes. Fastball. It's hit to center field. Going back is Moreno, way back, and it's off the wall. Niekro takes one off the wall for a leadoff double by Phil Niekro. He crushes that. Now to bring up Jerry Royster. There's an unsuspected production coming from both pitchers from the plate. As now Jerry Royster steps in. Bert Blyleven tosses back down the rosin bag in disgust. Can't believe he offered up a double to Niekro. Royster stepping in. Batting .254 with 6 RBIs. Niekro takes a slight lead off of second. Here comes the pitch. And Blyleven to the belt, looking in. Now the pitch. And strike 3 call. Royster goes down, looking at a slider. He doesn't even swing. That's out number 1, and that'll bring up Gary Matthews to the plate. Matthews 0 for 2 on the day, 1 out. Niekro on second. Here is the pitch. 8-2-6. Pitch from Blyleven, and it's a hit into right field. It's a ground ball past the right side. Stargell can't get to it. Parker comes up with it quickly, and Matthews is going to have a single, and can Niekro score from second? Niekro trying for extra bases, and he comes in and scores. So we're tied up 1-1 here now in Pittsburgh as Phil Niekro scores a run. Gary Matthews Jr. with the RBI scoring single, and we're tied up 1-1, and that's going to bring up Jeff Burroughs. 0 for 2 on the day. So unsuspected productivity on the base paths from the pitchers, as now rolling for the lead as Matthews wants to try to steal, and he will get the lead with a roll of 0-4-5. Now for the steal attempt, and Matthews, as Blyleven goes into the windup, breaks for second, and there he goes, and the throw from Ott is high, and he is in there. So stolen base for Gary Matthews, puts himself in scoring position as Jeff Burroughs steps in. And here is the pitch. 3-8-5. Blyleven steps off, bluffs to second. Oh, he was trying to steal again, but rushed him back. Now the roll of 3-9-1. Here comes the pitch. It's hit to first. Stargell hustles to the bag ahead of Burroughs for the out, and Matthews has moved over to third. So with 2 outs, runner 90 feet away for the lead. Dale Murphy comes to the plate. Murphy batting .247 on the season. And here is the pitch. Looks like the roll of 6-9-5 is going to be some more control issues for Blyleven. That's high, ball 4, so that's the third walk for Blyleven, as now runners on the corners for Mike Lum. Mike Lum batting .173. Lum with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. Runners at the corners. Here is the pitch. 4-3-2, and barring an error, this should close out the inning for Blyleven. Glances over to first, kicks, deals. That's a little floater to right field. Parker is after it, makes the catch for out number 3, but that would be 1 run on 2 hits and 2 left on. As we go to the bottom of the 6th, tied 1-1. And settling into the box is Tim Foley. Foley 0 for 2 on the day. Go to the bottom of the 6th, 1-1. Here's the pitch from Niekro. 8-3-7 as Foley steps in. Gets the delivery from Niekro. It's hit to center field. The sliders flared into center field for a base hit. Coming up to get it is Bonnell, but that'll be a single for Foley. And that'll bring up Dave Parker. We're going to try to steal but he only has a 22% chance for the lead, actually 21.5%. And he will not get the lead. Will he get picked off, though, as Niekro fires over to first? He rifles it, but Foley scrambles back, safe. In this game, I've yet to have anybody picked off a first. And that brings up Dave Parker to the plate. Parker 0 for 2 on the day, batting .269. And the roll of 708 for Parker. As Niekro brings the pitch. And that's high, ball 4. So with no outs, we have now runners on first and second, as Niekro is getting into a little bit of bind here in the bottom of the 6th. Parker leading off first. Foley takes a slight lead on second. And here comes the pitch to Stargell. 3-7-0. Niekro kicks, deals. This off-speed pitch, line towards the mound, but it's right at Niekro, and he makes the catch for the out. Line drive to the pitcher will move nobody over, and that'll bring Bill Robinson to the plate, batting 146. Niekro still in kind of a jam, as Foley's at second. Parker stretching his lead at first. Here's the pitch to Robinson. 309. As Niekro seems to be bearing down now with the extra batters on base. It's a ground ball, but Royster flubs it. He might still have time, though. No, Robinson beats out the close play, and Royster will get the error. So that's going to be an E5. That's going to load the bases, and Niekro just looks over at his third baseman and shakes his head. So now Phil Garner comes to the plate with a huge opportunity with the bases loaded. He's 0 for 2 on the day and batting .229. Here's the pitch to Garner. And what does Niekro do but ring him up for out number 2. The pitch on the way. It's a slow breaking ball, and it's waved at and missed for strike number 3 as Garner's way ahead of the ball, but that brings up the hot-hitting Ed Ott, who is 2 for 2. Bases are loaded. Can he continue this hot streak? Here is the pitch, and it's another 100. Back-to-back 100s, and Ed Ott will choke on this opportunity as he sets and delivers. It's a swing and miss fastball by him. Niekro pitches himself out of that bases loaded jam. So 1 hit, 3 left on, and we go to the 7th. 1-1 here in Pittsburgh. Due up for Atlanta, Bunnell, Hubbard, and Frias. So Barry Bunnell steps to the plate, takes a few practice swings. Nobody out, of course, as the pitch comes. 4-7-1. As Bert Blyleven sets, deals. It's a bouncer to Stinnett at second. He scoots over, gathers it in, and fires it to Stargell for the out. Out number 1. That's going to bring up Glenn Hubbard. Hubbard batting 191. He walked in one of his appearances today. And here is the pitch. Oh, it's a 9-7-1. Whenever that 9 is the first number, you know you're going to have a base hit. It's just how much, as Blyleven it's drove down the right field line. Fair ball. It's just inside the chalk. And it's a pinball in the corner, and Parker is able to run it down, but it's not before Hubbard is on second with a double. That's going to bring up Pepe Frias. So 1 out, runner on second for Frias. As Hubbard takes a slight lead. Here is the pitch to Frias. And it looks like something's going to get going here for Atlanta here in the top of the 7th. As Frias comes to the plate, it's swung on, it's hit to right field, but it's dropped in front of Parker, who's slow to react. He will get it. And they're rolling for the extra base. And as Hubbard moves toward third, Hubbard keeps going. Parker with a strong throw to Ott, and they nail him at third. Nice play. So they get the play at third on the great throw from Parker. So that's 2 outs, and that ends any kind of threat for Niekro is coming up to hit. And Frias is on first. But what did Niekro do his last time up? He hit a double and scored a run as he was driven home. So great defensive play by Parker in right field as he gunned down Hubbard going to third. Frias is stretching his lead at first. Well, that's going to be it for Niekro as they bring in Bob Horner to pinch hit. As we're getting late in the game, Horner's going to pitch hit. Horner batting .450 in his 20 plate appearances, so he's swinging a pretty good stick. Frias takes his lead from first. Horner steps in. He's rolling for the lead. He will not get it. On that roll of 683, he only had a 186 chance. Frias takes his lead from first. Pickoff throw. And the tag. He's safe. He gets in under the tag. Now the roll for Horner. The roll of 470. It's going to be an out, barring a error. Frias held on. The pitch is on the way. Runner's on the move. It's hit on the ground to second base. It's a big hop for Stennett, but he takes his time. Throws to first for the out. So no runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left on as Take Me Out to the Ball Game plays. We go to the bottom of the 7th with our score tied 1-1. And we have a new pitcher for Atlanta. It's going to be Eddie Solomon, who has a 4.21 ERA with a 1.26 whip. He's 7-14 on the season. And he's 0 for 2 on save attempts. So that'll bring up Randy Stennett, who's 1 for 2 on the day. And here is the pitch. Here's the pitch from Solomon. Stennett lifts one into center field. It's a shot to center field, but Bono's waiting on it and pulls it in for out number 1. And that's going to bring up Blyleven coming to the plate. And do I pinch hit for him here? Yeah, I want to pitch hit. Try to get something going. And we'll bring in the switch hitter, Alexander. So that'll be it for Blyleven as Alexander comes in. And the chance goes from 85 to 66 now. So good chance for Alexander. The lower the number, the better for the batter. Alexander stands in. 1 out. Here is the pitch. And that low roll will get him. Does not matter. as Alexander comes in and cannot get it done, barring an error. As Solomon rears back, fires. It's a line drive to second base, snared by Hubbard to take the hit away. As now Omar Moreno comes to the plate, 0 for 3 on the day, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 7th, Solomon on the mound. Here is the pitch. 5-9-9. 2 outs. Solomon into the windup, cranks, fires. Hard line drive to first, but it's grabbed by Lum to take away a hit from Moreno. So there's no runs, no hits, nobody left on, and we go to the top of the 8th. 1-1 here in Atlanta. So I've got right-handed batters coming up. I need a pitcher, so I'm going to bring in a righty out of the bullpen. And that righty will be Romo. Enrique Romo is going to come in here in the 8th. There we go. My computer's a bit slow. So Romo comes in the 79 season. He pitched 129 innings with a 10-5 record with 5 saves. So Romo's going to come in and try to close out this game as Jerry Royster comes to the plate. Romo comes up out of the bullpen. Royster steps up, 0 for 3 on the day. And here is the pitch. And it's a good one from Romo. It's going to be a difficult one for him to hit. As Romo fires, rocks back, here it comes. Swing and a miss. He waves at that fastball, strike 3. 1 down. Gary Matthews striding to the plate. Matthews, 1 for 3 on the day. Matthews checks in with an RBI. And here is the pitch to Matthews. And Enrique Romo winds and deals. Ball 4. As Matthews with a good eye draws the walk, trots down to first, and it'll bring up Jeff Burrows, who's 0 for 3 on the day. And batting 176. 1 down. 1 on. Matthews takes a lead off first, and he's going to see if he can get the lead to steal, and he will not. Can he get back safely, though? As Enrique Romo snaps it back to first, but not in time as Matthews gets back. But he will hold him on first. No steal attempt as the pitch comes to Burrows. Woo! High number, 983. And Burrows, as Romo brings the pitch, leaves a fat one hanging, cranks it up, deals, and swung on deep into left field. Back goes Robinson, and this one is gone. Home run for Burrows. It drives in Matthews, and Romo has come in and gave up the lead as he's give them the lead as Pittsburgh now trails 3-1 as Enrique Romo has come in and failed to hold the tie. So now it's 3-1 Atlanta as Del Murphy comes to the plate. Romo, throwing down the rosin bag in disgust, stares down Murphy. Here is the pitch. Murphy. Murphy 0 for 2 on the day, walked, swung on, hit to first. It's a bullet hit right toward first base, but Stargell's right there to take care of it for out number 2. And now to bring up Mike Lum. Lum 0 for 3 on the day. The lefty Lum facing up off against Romo, 2 away. And here is the pitch from Romo. Roll of 264. Winds, fires, swung on. It's a hard line drive to left field, but Robinson's right there to handle it. And he makes the catch for out number 3, but not after that 2-run shot gives Atlanta the 3-1 lead going into the bottom of the 8th. And due up for Pittsburgh, Foley, Parker, and Stargell. Heart of the lineup for Eddie Solomon as Foley steps in, bottom of the 8th. Here is the pitch, 5-4-5 to Foley. Solomon shakes off a few signs. He gets the one he wants. He delivers, and it's a fly ball, a liner into center field, but Bonnell is right there to pull it in for out number 1. That's going to bring up Dave Parker, who's 0 for 2 on the day, and he's drawn a walk. So Parker steps up. Here's the pitch to Parker, and it is a fat one. Parker gets to turn on as Eddie Solomon with the pitch. It's hit into center field. It's a hard ground ball up the middle into center field. So Parker is on safely. And standing in now is the bat of Stargell. We're going to try to see if we can get some activity on the base pass. And will Parker get the lead? He will. As he now is going to break for second. He's got a 95% chance for the steal. And he will with a roll of 8-0-1-9 as Solomon goes into the windup. Parker breaks for second. The throw from Murphy is high, and he's in there safe. So now with 1 out, runner in scoring position, you have Willie Stargell coming to the plate. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Parker takes the lead off second. And here is the pitch, and it's a low roll of 0-2-0, and Willie Stargell will be rung up by Eddie Solomon. Solomon shakes off some signs. He gets what he wants, delivers, and Stargell cuts and misses. He goes down on strikes. And now up is Bill Robinson. And he's going to look to see if he can steal again, but he will not get the lead. Can he get back safely to second? He takes the lead off second. Solomon fires to second. Parker dives back. He'll stay put for now. So now that brings up Robinson. Here's the pitch to Robinson. And the 3-4-6. Barring an error, this is going to be the end of the 8th, and we'll go to the 9th with Atlanta up 3-1. Slow roller to short. Frias kicks it. That'll be an error, so our inning continues as Robinson is safe at first. On the E6 error that has runners on the corners now as Solomon is eyeballing his shortstop and just shaking his head. As now Phil Garner steps to the plate. Garner 0 for 3 for today, but got a great opportunity here with runners on the corners. Here's the pitch from Solomon. And 4-3-5. Looks like he won't get it done as danger is averted. Pitch is on the way. Oh, it gets away from Murphy. It's a wild pitch, and here comes Parker to score, and Robinson making it to second. So we got a 3-2 ball game now here in the bottom of the 8th, and Garner still at the plate with Robinson on second. Garner with another opportunity. Here is the pitch. 7:25. As Solomon winds and deals. Ball 4, he walked him. So now we have runners on first and second for Ed Ott, who is 2 for 3 today with a run scored. And he's batting .324 with a home run and 4 RBIs coming into this game. So here we go. Pitch to Ott is an 8-5-1. And Solomon has come in, and with some bad fielding and an error, Ott loops one into shallow center. Frias going out, Bono coming in, but neither one of them is going to get there, and it'll fall in for a single. Robinson is going to try for extra bases, and he scores, and we are now tied 3-3 here at the bottom of the 8th. And Garner's going to be moving over to second. Stennett now coming to the plate with runners on first and second. Garner at second. Ott stretching his lead. And here comes the pitch to Stennett. And it's a 2-2-8. Here's the pitch to Stennett. It's hit a sharp sinking liner to left. Waiting for it is Burrows, who moves in, grabs it for out 3, but 2 runs come across on 2 hits and 2 left on, and after 8 we're tied up 3-3. And Barry Bonnell coming up for Atlanta as Romo remains on the mound. Bono, Hubbard, and Frias as Barry Bonnell steps to the plate. 0 for 2 on the day with a walk. Here is the pitch. 2-2-4. Romo kicks, deals. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. It blew it right by him as Bono goes back to the dugout with his head hung low, wagging to and fro as Glenn Hubbard steps to the plate. 1 for 2 on the day with a double. With our score knotted up 3-3 here in the 9th. 1 down. Whoops, they pull Hubbard and bring in Joe Nolan, the lefty, to try to improve their chances. So Nolan comes in. Hubbard goes to the bench. And here comes the pitch to Nolan. Nolan batting .500 on the season in 4 plate appearances. And here is the pitch. 4-8-3. As Romo takes the signal from Ott. Delivers. Swung on. It's hit slowly to second. Stennett up with it. He'll have to hurry. But he did get Nolan by a step as Nolan was speeding down the base pass. But it's just a quick out 2. And now that'll bring up Pepe Frias to the plate. Frias 1 for 3 on the day. 2 down. And here is the pitch. 0-1-8 from Romo, who comes in the 9th, a little better than his 8th inning. Strike 3 called. Romo fans Frias. no runs, no hits, nobody left on. And is that Eye of the Tiger playing? And Romo's up for Pittsburgh. He, of course, will be pinch hit for in this situation. There's an 82% chance for an out. We want to improve that. Will they leave Solomon in, or will they switch it up when I bring a hitter in? We'll bring in John Milner to hit. But will they switch to a lefty when I bring Milner in is the question. So here we go. No, they won't. Solomon's still on the mound as the pitch comes. 5-7-6. It looks like it's going to be a good one from Solomon, as Milner will get to swing away at it. It's hit to Royster at third. It's a sinker in the dirt. It's dug out nicely by Lum, though, as it was a sinker in the dirt throw to first. But now that's going to bring up the lead-off hitter Marino, who's 0 for 4 on the day, so he is due. If they could just get him on the bases, he can cause some havoc, but that's not been the case today. As the pitch comes to Marino, and barring an error, it's going to be another 0 for Marino. Solomon shakes off the sign, delivers, and it's hit to first base. Lum grabs it and hustles to the bag ahead of Marino for the out. That's going to bring up Tim Foley to the plate. 1 for 4 on the day with 2 outs. And we might have free baseball here. Here's the pitch to Foley. 5-5-3. And to the belt, to the plate. That's a bullet towards center field, but now Harley has to move, and he takes care of it for out number 3. And we go to the 10th. Knotted up 1-1, and I'm going to need a pitcher. And who do I bring in here? Let's see. Let's go to the bench coach. Of course, I'm going to let's go to the lefty Jackson. Don't want to bring Jacoby in yet. Alright, here we go. Now they're going to pinch hit, I'm sure, for Solomon. So they'll bring in a righty hitter. I'm going to bring in Bob Bill, switch hitter. Right at 70% chance for an out, though. So Bill comes in. Nobody out. Here in the 10th. And here is the pitch. 1-5-0 from Jackson. As Bill steps in, Jackson sets, deals. It's hit high into center field. Marino ranges over to it and makes the play for out number 1. That'll bring up Jerry Royster. Royster 0 for 4 on the day. He steps into the box. 1 out here in the 10th. Here is the pitch. 4-6-8 from Jackson. Jackson kicks and deals. It's hit into left field. Royster skies one into left, but Robinson gets under it easily and puts it away for out number 2. And that's going to bring up Gary Matthews. Matthews 1 for 3 on the day with a walk and an RBI and a run scored and a stolen base. A very active day for Matthews as the pitch comes from Jackson. 4-8-3, and Jackson comes in pitching well. Shakes off a few signs, brings the pitch, swung on, and it's aired into shallow right field. Could be trouble, but Parker was fooled initially, but he recovers and makes the play. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on, and we go to the bottom of the 10th. 3-3, and Dave Parker stepping to the plate. Dangerous Cobra Parker. And here is the pitch. 9-15. Those 9s mean a hit. So here's the pitch from Gene Garber, who is now in the game. Garber plants, delivers, and it's drilled into the gap in right center. Bonnell coming over. He won't have a play, and he'll play it off the wall, and that's a leadoff double by Parker. And then that'll bring up Willie Stargell. Parker's on second. Willie Stargell to the plate. Here's the pitch. 7-18. Parker on second. Garber has a sign. He fires. It's a hard ground ball that's into left field. It's a base hit. Single for Stargell. They're waving Parker around, but Burrows might have a play. Strong throw to Murphy. It's not on time. He saves. Parker scores, and Pittsburgh wins here in the bottom of the 10th on a single RBI from Willie Stargell. And that's our game, folks. What an exciting game as we went 10. Great pitching, but timely hitting by Dave Parker and Willie Stargell here in the 10th. And that is our game, folks, as the Pittsburgh Pirates take a squeaker 4-3 in 10 innings over Atlanta. So I hope you enjoyed the game. Let me just go ahead and close out of this. Let's take a look at our standings. As it's trying to bring itself up. There we go. We'll fast play the rest of the day and then take a look at our standings. All right, that's got that. And let's look at the season overview. So in the NL East, that moves Pittsburgh now to 10-8. They find themselves 4.5 games back of Montreal in the National League East, who are at 15-4. Pittsburgh finds himself at 10-8. You see the Atlanta Braves are in the dugout, in the cellar, in the NL West at 4-17, finding himself already 11 games back. So in the AL East, you got the Baltimore Orioles at 20-4. My, with a 2.5 game lead over the Boston Red Sox. In the AL West, you have Kansas City at 15-7. 15-7 with a half game up on the Minnesota Twins. Of course, Montreal leading in the East in the National League with a game lead over Philly. Then in the NL West, you have the Dodgers at 17-8, a game and a half up on the Cincinnati Reds. And that's going to be our game from Pittsburgh today, as Pittsburgh took a exciting one, 4-3 over the Atlanta Braves. Have a great day.